Joining me now is Jeremy Mertzlin, president of Seven Corners. I was supposed to be next week packing to go to New York City to see a musical. Neither of those things are happening. This is, I don't even want to say fairly unprecedented. This is unprecedented, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. The type of disruption, not only in people's just everyday lives, but the travel industry is getting hit really hard too. I know we're talking about artists here, but the travel industry, people that are independent travel agents, there's an unprecedented impact to the travel industry.
And as a travel insurance company, I'm sure you're seeing a lot of regrets from people. I mean, social media, I've seen people have not just vacations, but works being grounded, things of that nature, and not only just regrets, maybe some mistakes.
Yeah, for sure, and probably one of the biggest of those is a lot of people book their trips, their spring break travel, their summer travel. They get that option when they're booking to buy travel insurance, and people are like,
one more expense, right?
Why do I need travel insurance? And I think times like this highlight the importance of kind of not only protecting your investment, but your health, especially if you're traveling abroad. You know, you get some of that protection.
I'm guessing also not all travel insurance is created equal.
Absolutely not. And I think it's important for anybody that's purchasing travel insurance to read the policies. If you have questions, ask those questions, understand what type of coverage you're buying, because there's a lot of coverage that wouldn't protect you in the way you may think. So you've got to make sure and get the right coverage.
So if somebody at this point didn't bother and things are canceled, very little recourse, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's going to depend on the coverage you bought. We always recommend people, if they're making an investment in a big family trip or vacation like that, to buy what we call cancel for any reason. Okay. So if down the road you don't want to go on a trip, you can't go on a trip, or God forbid something like this happens, right, you can cancel and recoup a hefty portion of your investment in that trip. So not everything is
really
lost.
An umbrella thing, and I mean,
it is.
It's a phrase that I understand is popular in your industry and other insurance, but it's a relevant phrase, peace of mind.
That's right, and I think you're spending a lot of money on memories and your investments, and people are saving up sometimes for years at a time to go on these big vacations and trips with their families and friends, and you want to be able to protect that and get that peace of mind. So you don't have to worry if something comes up. You've got some recourse.
Is there like a line or menu pricing, so to speak, where what's a tipping point where yes, the insurance is something that should not only be considered but likely necessary, or is it any potential trip?
Well, I think it depends on the individual, right? You know, if somebody may spend $10,000, have a $10,000 vacation, and that's a tipping point for them. Somebody else maybe saved up for years for a $1,000 vacation. So it's really going to depend on the individual. We recommend it, of course, in all cases, and the travel insurance scales based on the cost of your trip. Right. So that's important to know. So
what's the order of things to do that? Do you start thinking about your trip, and while you're thinking about the trip, but before you've booked everything, that's when you reach out, or what's the order?
Well, we always recommend people purchase travel insurance at the same time they make their first trip deposit. There's certain benefits and features that if you don't get it right away, then you lose those benefits later, and cancel for any reason is one of those. So you have to buy your travel insurance within 15 to 20 days of your initial trip deposit, and insure all of those non-refundable costs, and that's the best course of action.
Since this stuff has been happening, we've seen a lot of industries doing some quick pivots and some taking a step back and thinking, is your industry doing it as well?
Yeah, I think sure. Insurers right now, it's still early, so right now for us and a lot of people in this industry, it's about taking care of our customers and our partners that need our help right now. People that may be traveling, or people that are concerned and they've got trips booked, and what do I do? So we're really focused on, I would say, the right now as much as anything. But certainly a few months down the road, I'm sure people are going to look back at this and say, hey, do we as insurers have the right insurance plans? From a consumer standpoint, hey, do I need to rethink buying travel insurance in the future? So a lot to think about when you move forward, but right now everybody's just thinking about right now.
Exactly, right now. Reach out to the expertise. sevencorners.com. We'll put the link on indiestyle.tv. Amber, my father's been an insurance agent for more than 50 years. It's the first time in my life I've talked to an insurance agent, and I'm not going to shake his or her hand.
I know
it's really awkward.
Really weird.
For me.
So
He's probably okay with it.
Fist bumper, elbow.
A good nod.
A good nod.
A supportive nod, yeah, exactly.